All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're diving into a data-backed look at the most profitable AI businesses you could actually start, looking ahead to 2026. And look, this isn't about hype or chasing shiny objects. This is about real strategic opportunities. So let's go.
So what's the big question, right? Where is the real money in AI for entrepreneurs like us? Well, for this breakdown, we're leaning on the work of Dan Martell. This is a guy who's built multiple multi-million dollar AI companies, so he knows his stuff. He's pinpointed 6 key opportunities. And we're going to walk through every single one, looking at the costs, the effort, and, of course, the actual income potential.
But hold on, before we even start the countdown, we have to understand the rules of the game. See, Martell doesn't just throw ideas at the wall. He vets every single one through a super simple but really powerful 2-part framework he calls the 2-box check. And here they are. It's that simple. First, are you selling to people with money? You know, high-income buyers who value their time way more than their cash and are happy to pay for a solution. And second, is the market itself growing? You want to be on a rising tide because, as he says, choosing the right market is more than half the battle. You want to ride a massive wave, not try to fight the current. This quote just cuts right through all the noise, doesn't it? It's not about being exclusive, it's about being strategic. When you focus on solving problems for people who have the resources to pay for real value, your path to a profitable business just gets a whole lot easier. It's that simple.
Okay, so we've got the framework. Let's kick off the countdown. We're going to start with the first 3 businesses. Think of these as the foundational ones. They have a much lower barrier to entry, so they're more accessible, but they can still generate some serious income.
Kicking things off at number 6 is the AI-powered virtual assistant. Just think about it for a second. Every single busy professional, every creator online is absolutely desperate to buy back more of their time. This whole business is about you coming in and using AI tools to handle their emails, their scheduling, their research, all the admin stuff they hate doing. And what's so great about this one is just how accessible it is. The cost to get started is low. The effort to learn the tools is also low. You're basically leveraging stuff that already exists. But even so, the income potential is pretty substantial. I mean, with just 4 or 5 clients, you could be pulling in $10,000, even $20,000 a month. And here's the proof that it checks both of Martell's boxes. The buyers, they're high-income professionals. And the market? It's on an absolute tear. It's projected to hit $30 billion by 2030, and it's growing at a staggering 20% every single year. That, my friends, is a massive wave you can ride. Okay, moving on to number 5, you can see how these ideas build on each other. An AI content repurposing service. Every business, every creator is already making content, right? But most of the time, it just dies on one platform. This service is all about using AI to take one big piece of content, like a podcast or a webinar, and just explode it into dozens of little clips, quote cards, and posts for every other platform out there. So the metrics here are pretty similar, but with one key difference. The cost to start? Still super low, because you can use amazing free tools like Opus Clip or Descript. The effort is medium. You need a bit of a creative eye. But check out that income potential. It jumps up to $30K a month. Why? Because you're solving a huge, huge pain point for this booming creator economy. And when I say booming, I mean it. This is why that income potential is so high. Goldman Sachs is projecting that the creator economy will balloon to $480 billion. You're not just selling a simple service here. You are plugging directly into one of the fastest growing economies on the entire planet. All right, at number 4, we're leveling up. This is the AI automation agency. This is where you graduate from helping individuals to helping entire businesses. You become that go-to expert who comes in and uses AI to automate all their internal stuff, their workflows, their lead generation, saving them countless hours and making their whole operation way more efficient. And here's the theme you're going to start to notice. As the problems you solve get bigger, so does your paycheck. Yeah, the cost and effort are a bit higher. You're going to need more advanced tools and skills, but look at that income potential. It takes a huge leap, pushing all the way up to $50K a month, because you are directly impacting a company's bottom line. And really, that's the perfect question to ask right now. We've just covered the foundational businesses. So, are you ready to start solving bigger problems for even bigger paychecks? Because that's where we're going next with the top 3. Welcome to the big leagues. Seriously, these next 3 businesses, they involve higher stakes and a lot more complexity. But the financial reward is on a completely different level.
Coming in hot at number 3 is the AI lead generation agency. The idea here is so simple but so powerful. You use AI tools to find, message, and qualify potential customers for other businesses. You're not just saving them time here, you are literally finding them new money.
Now, what's kind of wild here is that the cost to start is actually low. You can use tools like Clay or Apollo to get going, but because you really need to understand the art of marketing and sales, the effort level is higher. But the reward, well, the income potential is just off the charts. Think about it. Businesses will always trade a dollar to make 10. And if you're the one who can deliver that, your service becomes an absolute no-brainer for them. Okay, shifting gears to something a bit more technical at number 2, managed cybersecurity. Specifically, what's called managed detection and response, or MDR. It's pretty cool, actually. As hackers are using AI to attack companies, you're using AI to defend them. You're basically offering a 24/7 digital bodyguard, protecting businesses from losing millions of dollars overnight.
Now, let's be real. This is not for everyone. As you can see, the cost and the effort are both high. You need specialized tools, and you've got to learn the fundamentals of cybersecurity. But if you're technically minded, the payoff is immense. You're protecting a company's most valuable digital assets. That is a premium service, and believe me, they pay for it accordingly.
And just to give you a sense of the scale here, this is the market you'd be playing in. The global cybersecurity market is projected to blow past $500 billion by 2030. The need is absolutely massive, it is growing fast, and it is never, ever going away. Sometimes, like Martell says, the most boring businesses are where the billions are made. And that brings us to it, the number 1 most profitable AI business to start. It's responsible AI governance and compliance. Now, I know that sounds super complex, but the idea behind it is simple. You help big companies navigate all the new laws, the data privacy rules, and all the potential legal trouble that comes with using AI. Here's the most important thing to understand about this one. For big companies, this service is completely non-negotiable. With new regulations like the EU AI Act, they have to do this, or they face massive fines. So yeah, the learning curve is steep, but because your clients are huge enterprises with deep pockets facing enormous legal risks, the income potential is the highest on our entire list, pushing up to $100,000 a month. So there you have it, 6 incredibly powerful business ideas. But the real takeaway here isn't about which one you pick. According to Martell, it's all about the commitment you make after you choose. He talks about this idea of a 1,000-day commitment. That's the time it really takes to go all in and become truly great at something. You see, every single one of these businesses works because it combines the incredible leverage of AI with real, powerful market demand. But at the end of the day, that leverage is just a tool. The real variable here is you. So the final question I'll leave you with is this. AI provides the leverage. Where will you provide the commitment?